Okay.
Coach, just your thoughts on Josh Jones scoring the last goal of the season and the first goal of the season?
Well, that's poetic justice from the hockey gods, which hasn't given us much blessing this year, the hockey gods. So it was cool. You know, Josh is a great player for us, a great leader, and we're glad he popped one there and went on senior night.
I think he had 10 goals in his last 11 or something like that to close out the year. What do you make of his just offensive surgence here at the
Well,
end?
it's just the light bulb started to go off. You know, he was gripping his stick a little bit there in that middle third of the year and frustrated. And when we when the injury bug really hit us, I think Josh knew he had to carry the mail. You know, like he didn't have a choice. Sorry. So he was great. He was great. You know, we're really proud of him and glad he could get us the win tonight.
Coach, talk a little bit about your senior class. I mean, it's some of them have been there the whole way. Some of them have just come on board, but they're a good unit, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a great unit. I mean, led by Como, you know, is here for 5 years. I was joking with him the other day. He's got a third of my tenure as a head coach. So he's one of the kids that's played for me longer than anybody, and love the kid. Got an assist on the last goal, and then the rest of them are huge to our program. Judson, Semick, unbelievable kids, great leaders. You know, it's what I said to him before the game. There's not many players in college hockey. It's so hard to win. It's so hard to make a tournament. It's so hard because everybody's good, right? LIU's really good. That's a team that beat Ohio State. They took UConn to overtime twice. They took Northeastern to overtime twice. They're good. And so it's hard to win. But we have kids that just won on senior night, 2 in Judson and Semick that qualified for a tournament their freshman year, and 1 in Como that qualified for 2. You know, and there's not many kids in college hockey that can leave saying that, and for that reason alone, those kids left this program better than they found it.
There's a handful, I think, of guys of those seniors that have eligibility for next year. Do you anticipate certain guys in this moment that are going to be coming back, or is it kind of too early to tell?
Right now, we don't know. You know, we're gonna take the next 2 weeks to really figure some stuff out, and what looks like next year. We have some unbelievable freshmen coming in. We know that, and we'll see what the rest of the roster makeup looks like.
And with all that said, you know, you talked about it with the tournaments from these guys earlier in their careers. It's been a couple seasons now of not getting back there. Is there and obviously with all the injuries too this year, is there a large sense of urgency with this program right now to get back to that? Can you sense that?
I think we've set the standard where there's always urgency to make an NCAA tournament. When you make 2 in years 3 and 4 of existence, you set the standard pretty high pretty early, right? The COVID year set us back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We had a great schedule set up for that year. And when you spend 4 months on the road, that season, I think you can throw out the window, to be fair. And this year, you know, we don't sit here and bark and bitch and moan about all the adversity that our kids have to fight through, but it's more than you guys will ever know. You know, we just played the last, month and a half with anywhere from 8 to 10 forwards a game. But there's more than that, and some of those kids probably shouldn't have been playing. So I'm proud of them. They fought through it. We found a way to win 14 games at home and start to win some games here and figure out how to make this home ice advantage. And we're excited for next year. I think you're going to see more of that Sun Devil hockey identity next year with some of the kids that we're bringing in and how we're going to construct this roster. Hard, heavy, really hard to play against. And when teams look across and they see the pitchfork, they're not going to be happy about it.
Good last few weeks here for Ben to close out his college career. What do you think about his performance tonight?
He was awesome. So happy for him. He's been a great teammate all year, and for him to go 3-0 in his last 3 starts was really cool for Crosby.
Coach, some of the freshmen, Alexander's kind of been on all year, and Teddy Lagerbach, he's been picking it up as this year's gone on. What do you make of the freshman class as a whole this year?
Yeah, I think it's up and down like any freshman class, RA was the shining, spot of it. He was really good for us and just plays with pace. He's going to be he already is a really good player. He's going to be a great college player. He's a really, really good hockey player. So he's just barely scratching the surface of what he's going to be, and he did a great job.
You mentioned the inability to have 4 full lines. I think tonight finally did for the first time in forever, but we didn't see the 4th line out.
Well, I dressed guys for moral support on the bench that wanted to be on the bench with their senior buddies. So a couple guys said, "Can we dress?" I said, sure, you know, give us bench energy and you can dress. They weren't dressed to play. So that was what it looked like. It looked like, but we had the same that we had last night.
Coach, what do you say about a guy like Tanner Hickey that came in at a rough part of his career and stuck it out, and now he graduates and leaves here?
Yeah, what a great kid, and we missed him because he was playing really well for us this year. He brought that sandpaper that I think this team lacked, and he was really good for us and was gritty back there and keeping things simple and finding his way to be an every night guy. And he's just had so many concussions. When he got that last one in early December, we knew it was probably it for him. So you know, you have to take care of yourself. He's got a future, and he's an unbelievable kid, unbelievable teammate. There's not a guy in that room that doesn't love him. And I was happy that we had the room to at least have him dress and be on the bench tonight. So in normal circumstances, he couldn't have done that. So it was cool for him.
And through all the negatives this season, Coach, I mean, your first full season, the program being in a facility that rivals some of the best everywhere, what can you take away from this experience and that will help you prepare now moving forward?
Well, I mean, just everything. You know, I mean, you need to have more depth. We need to be harder to play against. You know, it's that simple. So we were a little bit flawed in that sense this year. We have a lot of skill. Sometimes as a coach, you fall in love with skill, right? And but you will see a Sun Devil hockey team that is an absolute bitch to play against next year.
Anything else? Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
So let's start with you. You've been here the longest. Coach said you were here most of his tenure. What does it feel like right now, and are you able to put into words?
No, it's pretty emotional. You know, the thing that matters most is that you're just surrounded by the right guys, and you know, we didn't get what we wanted to get done this season, but it's a great group of guys in that locker room, and I just hope that the guys coming back and put together a strong season next year where I get to watch and, you know, root them on. But, you know, that's the most important thing, is just being surrounded by a good group of guys, and that's what we have.
You, the tradition is your mantra. What kind of a legacy did you leave?
Just think like a hometown kid that came to a school that, you know, was struggling in a new program, and, you know, we made the tournament my first year. Credit to a lot of guys on that team, obviously, but being the tradition to me is just finding a home and making it your home, and buying into the culture and the values that team sets forward, and you know, that's what I try to do every day coming to the rink here at ASU.
Everybody comes in and says they want to leave the program better than they found it. Is that possible for you guys? Because you guys found it pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we were both part of tournament run teams. So I think we definitely did. I think, you know, it's not always about winning. You know, you always want to win, but it's building and continue to create that culture that creates winning. And I think for the most part we did that. You know, it's hard, but I'd like to sit down and say that we both accomplished that for sure.
For both of you guys obviously wear A's on your jerseys for reasons. A lot of the alumni, especially guys like you guys now that have been around for a while from the beginning of the program, have come back, like Jordan Sandu the other day. Do you guys anticipate being, you know, vocal parts of this program for years to come, you know, beyond your playing days?
Yeah, I mean, of course, and it's the most important 4 years of our lives, and we made relationships that will last forever, and obviously we have a lot of pride. We stuck it out here. We didn't transfer. We stayed with it, even though we did have some bumpy rocky roads along the way, but I mean, this is a huge part of all of our lives, and I wouldn't want it any other way, and I know that we're going to continue to cheer and recruit and do everything we can to get kids to come here and make this place the best it can be.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, you see Jordan Sandu, he's a kid who we haven't seen all year, and he comes back, and it's like he never left. It's just, those are the relationships you build here. Win or lose, you create lifetime bonds, and that's what I've found plenty of those here, and you know, that's something I will always cherish.
And for you, Como, obviously playing both forward and later at the end defenseman, for you now moving forward with, you know, within the Flames organization and things like that, do you know what you want to do yet in terms of position? Are you trying to be flexible in both positions, or? You know,
you go to the next level, you want to do whatever you can. I mean, it's going to be hard as it is, but I mean, I enjoy playing defense. I think I do pretty well back there. So if that's what it is, then I'll do it, and if it's forward, I'll do it. So it's kind of how I'm looking at it right now. Definitely some unknowns for my future right now.
For the both of you, I mean, throughout the season, you guys, before even warm-ups, you've been sitting on the bench. I'm sure you have your pregame routines. What was that like today, just doing that for one last time?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, it was tough. Like, you build it up, and we had a big win yesterday, and you're trying to leave it kind of in the back of your mind, and then of course this day comes, and I mean I'm just proud of the boys. Obviously, when you go out there, that's our ritual, and you just want to try to soak it in. I mean, the fans are unbelievable, especially the way this season has gone. I mean, we can't thank them enough for all the support we had this year. I mean, we have, honestly, I believe the best student section, especially because of the results we had this year. So that's just a testament to the 942 crew, and honestly, those games wouldn't be won without them, and that's true because we've done it the other way with not a lot of attendance, and those fans like being there and those students being there for us, like that means the world to us, and we're just happy we were able to end it on a good note this year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you always have your superstitions. I think for me at least, fifth year's got 2 lies in sewer all year, so that was the same thing today. But you know, we were all joking about having the butterflies before, but you want to try to keep it same way you're preparing for the game, just because you know you want to get a win in your last game. But the guys did a good job, you know, keeping us positive, keeping us ready to go, and you know it's just the way it goes.
For both of you, what's it like? Just really cliche, but what has it been or meant to you guys just to be at Arizona State Sun Devil these 4 years, 5 years?
It's meant the world to me. I mean, like Sam said, there's always bumpy roads no matter what you do, but at the end of the day, you know, I have so many people to thank for this opportunity, whether from coaches to upper staff to my parents to my teammates, everyone who supported me along the way. It's been truly a blessing of an opportunity for me. And, you know, looking back in the future, you know, when I look back at it, like, I'll never regret my decision to come here. And, you know, I hope kids in the future really see this place as a place to make home and do great things with hockey. So I know that means a lot to me for sure.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, obviously you come here, you want to, like it was mentioned before, you want to leave the program better than you found it. And I mean, my example, like I came here after they already made the tournament, and next year we make the tournament, and then throughout my career we get a new ring. So I'm leaving here, I was happy with how it went, even though the results weren't always there. Like, we started with a rink that obviously wasn't anything close to this, and now we're in one of the best, if not the best, college hockey rinks. So, I mean, we can look at the positives in that, and obviously this wasn't the way we wanted it to end, but I know for the older guys, we're trying to leave this place with a lot of lessons learned for the younger guys to not try to replicate a season like this.
Jacob, how was it tonight to, well, let me step back. When you came in as a freshman, you had a defensive partner. You guys were deemed the twins. You spent the whole time with them. You played with them a lot tonight. What was it like to play with Judson again tonight?
It was awesome. I mean, we came in together and made a tournament together, and he's one of my best friends on the team, and it was just really cool to share that moment with him. I mean, we've been through a lot together. We lived together for 3 years, and now I'm still living with them with Como, obviously. So it means the world to me. He's my best friend. So it was cool to do that with him tonight.
Anything else? Okay, thanks guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.